Today we're going to talk about solving using the quadratic formula. So let's just jump into it. So this is the quadratic formula. If I have a quadratic equation, ax squared plus bx plus c, and that equals 0, and a can't be 0, we have to have something there for that x squared, then the solutions or the roots or the zeros are found by just plugging things into this quadratic formula. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all of that divided by 2a. So I'll give you a second. You might want to pause the video to write that down because we're going to use it over and over. So this gives us a way to solve all those quadratics that we can't factor. And even if we can factor it, we can still use the quadratic formula to help us do that. So this is what I like to call the plug and chug method. So we're just going to plug in numbers and we're going to chug out an answer. So let's look at our first example to see what I'm talking about with that. So example 1. Solve 0 equals x squared plus 10x plus 2. So remember, we're going to use that quadratic formula. And the first thing I have to do is identify what a, b, and c are. So if you remember, a is what's in front of the x squared, b is what's in front of the x, and c is the number without an x. So there's not a number in front of that x squared. So if you remember, we always take that to be 1. So if there's not a number written there, it's 1. And then the number in front of the x is 10, and the number by itself is 2. So a equals 1, b equals 10, and c equals 2. So what I'm going to do is just plug those numbers into that quadratic formula. So it looks like this. I have negative 10 plus or minus the square root of 10 squared minus 4 times 1 times 2, all of that over 2 times 1. So I just plugged in 10 for all the b's, I plugged in 1 for all the a's, and 2 for the c's. And now I just simplify one step at a time. So I simplify what's underneath that square root. I leave everything else alone. I have negative 10 plus or minus. Well, 10 squared is 100. And then 4 times 1 times 2. Well, 4 times 1 is 4, times 2 is 8. So I have 100 minus 8. And then on the bottom I have 2 times 1, which is just 2. And then I just simplify that a little bit by doing 100 minus 8, and I get 92. So now I'm going to simplify that down. I'm going to find the square root of 92, and I'm going to round it to 2 decimal places. So I get negative 10 plus 9.59 divided by 2, or negative 10 minus 9.59 divided by 2. And so now I just do the math. I get my calculator, do the math, and I do negative 10 plus 9.59 divided by 2, and then I do the same thing for minus, and I get these as my answers, negative 0.205 or negative 9.795. So it's just plugging in the numbers, chugging out an answer. Let's look at example 2. First thing I need to do is identify a, b, and c. Well, a is in front of the x squared. There's not a number there, so it's going to be 1. 3 is in front of the x, so that's b, that's 3. And c is the number by itself, negative 7. So there's my a, my b, and my c. So now I plug in the numbers into the quadratic formula. Wherever there's an a, I'm going to put 1. Wherever there's a b, I'm going to put 3. And wherever there's a c, I'm going to put negative 7. So I'm going to simplify that by figuring out what's below the square root and then simplifying the bottom. So the negative 3 stays the same. I get plus or minus. Well, 3 squared is 9. And then negative 4 times 1 is negative 4, times negative 7 is positive 28. So I get 9 plus 28 underneath the square root, and 2 times 1 on the bottom is just 2. So I simplify the 9 plus 28, and I get 37. So I have negative 3 plus or minus the square root of 37 plus 2. I'm going to separate those into my 2 answers, and I'm going to find the square root of 37. by just using my calculator. So I get -3 plus 6.08 divided by 2, or -3 minus 6.08 divided by 2. And I use a calculator and I do figure that out, -3 plus 6.08 divided by 2. And I get 1.54 or -4.54. So remember again, those are the zeros of the function. That's where this quadratic crosses the x-axis at those 2 points. All right, example 3. Same thing. I'm going to use that quadratic formula. I'm going to look for a, b, and c. Oh, I gave you those before I even gave you the equation. So I get 0 equals 2x squared minus x minus 2. So a is 2, b is -1, and c is -2. b is -1 because there's not a number in front of the x, so remember it's always assumed to be 1, and then there's that minus sign there. All right, plug in those numbers. Now, this is kind of interesting because I get minus -1 because b is -1, plus or minus -1 squared. I put those in parentheses so that you remember that that's how you have to put them in your calculator when you are going to square something. -4 times 2 times -2, and then on the bottom I get 2 times 2. So I simplify what I can. That -1 becomes +1, and then -1 squared is 1, and then -4 times 2 is -8, times -2 is +16. So I get 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 plus 16, and then on the bottom I get 2 times 2, which is 4. And then I simplified just by adding what was under the square root to get 1 plus or minus the square root of 17 over 4. I break that into my two answers. 1 plus in the square root of 17 is 6.08. We're just going to use a calculator to find that, divided by 4. Or 1 minus 6.08 divided by 4. And when I do that math on the calculator, I get 1.77 or -1.27. So those are the zeros of the function. That's where it crosses the x-axis. Let's try another one. We're just doing the same thing over and over, just plugging in a, b, and c into the quadratic formula. So here's my equation. 0 equals 4x squared minus 5x minus 6. A is 4, b is -5, c is -6. I plug those numbers in. I get -5 plus or minus -5 squared minus 4 times 4 times -6. And all of that is over 2 times 4. So I do the math. So I get minus a -5 is +5, plus or minus, and then under the square root, well, -5 squared is -5 times -5, which is 25. And then I get -4 times 4, which is -16, times -6, which is +96. And then on the bottom, I get 2 times 4, which is 8. And I just simplify what's under the square root. 25 plus 96 is 121. So I have 5 plus or minus the square root of 121 over 8. And I'm going to find that square root of 121 on my calculator. When I do that, I find out it's just 11. So I get 5 plus 11 over 8 or 5 minus 11 over 8. And when I do the math, 5 plus 11 is 16 divided by 8 is 2. Or 5 minus 11, which is -6 over 8, which if you put that in your calculator, you're going to get -0.75. So x equals 2 or -0.75. All right. Remember, you can pause this video at any time to write things down so that you have examples to look at. Example 5. I have 0 equals -3x squared plus 7x minus 4. So a is -3, b is 7, and c is -4, and I just put 4. Okay, but I put -4 in the problem, so that C up there, so this C right here should be negative. So make sure you write that down that way. All right, so I have all my numbers plugged in. All my A's are -3, my B's are 7, and my C's are -4. All right, I do the math and I get -7 plus or minus. Well, 7 squared is 49. And then I have -4 times -3, which is +12. And then times -4 makes it -48. And then on the bottom I have 2 times -3, which is -6. And I simplify what's under the square root. 49 minus 48 is 1. So I have -7 plus or minus the square root of 1 over -6. I put that into my two answers. I have -7 plus 1 over -6 or -7 minus 1 over -6. Put those in your calculator and do the math, and you get x either equals 1 or 1.33. So again, we're just plugging in numbers, chugging out an answer, the plug and chug method. So you have an assignment that is posted in Alex, and it's called Solving Using the Quadratic Formula. 10 problems. There are examples. You can retry it as many times as you want. I think you have to do all of your attempts before you hit submit. So if you want to go back and do it, you got to do it right away and fix anything that's wrong. You only need to fix the ones that are wrong. Whatever was right, you can just leave alone. So just go back and look at the ones that were wrong and redo those. All right, so this is the first half of our assignment for the week. So there will be a second video coming out talking about the second lesson of the week. So have a great day, stay healthy, and stay safe.